Extensive practice, Chapter 1, Variations, Question 10 to 13. Question number 10. The electric current I varies directly as the power P and inversely as the voltage V for an electrical appliance. Okay, so how we write the variation? So we start with I varies directly as the power of P inversely as the voltage V. Okay, if we write in equation form, it's like this. I equals Kp over V. Okay, now it is given that a hair dryer with 550 watt of power and 240 watt of voltage uses an electric current of 2.2 ampere. Okay, all this information is for us to find the constant. So we substitute P equals 550. D equals 240. And I equals 2.2. We find the value of K. 2.2 times 240 equals 550 K. $528 equals 550 K. So K equals 528 divided by 550. K equals 0.96. Okay, and after we obtain the value of constant, don't forget write the complete equation. Okay, so I equals 0.96. If I write in fraction, K equals 24 over 25. Don't forget write the complete equation. So the complete equation is I equals 24P over 25V. After we have the complete equation, now we calculate the electric current used by a fan with 75 watt of power and 240 watt of voltage. So I equals 24 times 75 over 25 times 240. I equals 0.3 ampere. Question number 11. The area of the curved surface a centimeter square of a cone varies directly as the radius of its base r centimeter and the slant height as cm. It is given that A equals 88 cm square when R equals 3.5 cm and S equals 8 cm. A. Calculate the value of A when R equals 5 and S equals 9.8 cm. So before we answer the question A, first we need to form the variation. So the area of the curved surface A. So you write A first. Varies directly as the radius of its base R and slant height as centimeter. So we write it as RS. Okay, after we write the variation, then we write it in equation form. A equals KRS. Okay, now we refer to the question again. Given that A equals 88 when R equals 3.5 and S equals 8 cm. So we substitute all these values into the equation to obtain the value of constant. 88 equals K times 3.5 times 8. So K equals 3.1429. The 8K equals 88. K equals 88 divided by 28. So K equals 3.1429. Or K equals 22/7. Write in equation A equals 22/7 times R times S. Now we write in equation A equals 22/7 RS. Now, after we obtain the complete equation for the area of the curved surface, now we substitute R equals 5 and S equals 9.8 into the equation to find the area of the curved surface of the cone. Equals 154 centimeter square. What is the change in the area of the curved surface if the slant height decreases and the base radius is feet? We refer to the equation here. A equals 22/7 RS. Also, we can write as A equals 22 RS/7. Okay, so if you refer to this equation, if slant height decrease, here S decrease, and the base radius is feet, so R still remain. So what happened to the area? Of course, also decrease, because this is direct variation. Okay, so what is the conclusion? The area of surface will decrease. Question number 12. It is given that y varies directly as S and inversely as W. If y equals 0.9 when S equals 18 and W equals 5, calculate A. The value of W when y equals 20 and S equals 6. Okay, first, again, we write the variation first. Y varies directly as S and inversely as W. So inversely put at the denominator. Okay, all this information again is for you to find the constant. So before find the constant, write the equation first. Y equals Ks over W. We substitute the value of y equals 0.9, S equals 18, and W equals 5. And we find the value of K. K equals 0.9 times 5 divided by 18. So K equals 0.25. Or K equals 1 over 4. So what is our complete equation? Y equals S over 4W. Okay, so now only we can answer A, the value of W when Y equals 20 and S equals 6. So we substitute into the complete equation here, and we obtain 20 equals 6 over 4W. So 20 times 4W equals 6. 80W equals 6. So W equals 6 over 80. W equals 0.075. B. The percentage of change of Y when S increased by 10% and W decreased by 20%. Fy equals S over 4W. So now we find the new value of Y when S increased by 10%. The original S is 6. So 6 plus 6 times 10%. So 10 over 100. Over 4 times of W decreased by 20%, means still have 80%. So original of value W is 0.075. So 0.075 times 80%. You will obtain the value of y equals 27.5. Okay, so now we need to find the percentage of the change of y when S increased by 10% and W decreased by 20%. So this is new value of y. So we compare with the original y. So 27.5 over the original y is 20 times 100%. We will obtain 137.5%. Question number 13. The speed of a bicycle S varies directly as the number of revolutions per minute of the bicycle pedal P and the number of the front gear T, D, and inversely as the number of the back gear T, B. So we write the variation first. S varies directly as P and D inversely as B. So we write in equation form. S equals K PD over B. Santini ride a bicycle at a speed of 26.4 km per hour. So now the speed is 26.4. The bicycle pedal moves at 75 revolutions per minute. 75 revolutions per minute, you need change to revolution per hour because the speed is in kilometer per hour. So if I write it in ratio 75 revolution, it means in 1 minute. So per hour means 75 times 60 revolution. Here K times 35 times 60, the value of P. Okay, we continue with the info with 40 front gear T. So front gear T is D, right? So times 40 over B. B is 20 back gear T. We calculate the value of constant. 20 move to the left hand side. 26.4 times 20 is 528 equals K times 5 times 60 times 40 equals 180,000. Equals 528 divided by 180,000. K equals 11 over 3,750. Now we write in complete equation. S equals, the value of K is 11 over 3,750. So 11 over 3,750. Above here we have PD, and at the bottom we have B. Describe the change in speed of Shantimi's bicycle if he pedaled at 90 revolutions per minute. Okay. We need to find the speed. 90 revolutions per minute changed to per hour is 90 times 60. So now what is the value of T? Because a bicycle front gear T still the same number, right? So we still use 40. D equals 40. So 3,750 times back gear T is 20, right? So fill in here. And you will obtain speed equals 31.68 km per hour. Okay, now we find change in speed. 1.68 km per hour minus the original is 26.4 km per hour. So equals 5.28 km per hour. If Santimi increased his speed by 5.28 km per hour. That's all for today. Thank you.